Well, hello, everyone. Sorry for my tardiness. I was out grocery shopping, and you know how that can be. And now I'm hearing myself because I forgot to mute the tab. Okay, all right. Anyway,
And
so today we have for you uh, Under Siege from 1992, starring none other than Steven Seagal, Tommy Lee Jones, Gary Busey, Erika Elnick, directed by Andrew Davis. Patrick O'Neill is Captain Adams. So I'm sure some of you may not seen this before. It's a action packed military adventure starring Steven Seagal. Casey Ryback is a martial artist, expert, and chef in this adventure packed story about a ship being overcome by terrorists attempting to gain access to the nuclear warheads aboard, aka the Tomahawk missiles. Anyway, so this is action packed. We're about a runtime of an hour and 43 minutes. Uh, I need to put the screening room in there. Oh boy. Let me get that screening room available. If this is your first time here for Action Theater, this is a watch along, so we cannot show these films on YouTube due to copyright. And it's a big no-no. We don't have major studio bucks to play it, you know. So we much as we'd love to, we just can't. So if you're here trying to watch the film after fact, I am sorry you'll have to find it on some streaming platform or use your own physical media to view the film.
all right, folks, good afternoon out there in YouTube land. I am Deleted Scenes. As I co-host this show with Bill, and for those of you who might be new, just a few hours ago, I had some oral surgery done. Had a tooth extraction. So I'm not going to be sounding 100%. And I'm going to have to put some gauze in a minute, so I'm going to sound even worse here in a bit. But I will be jumping in from time to time with comments and some trivia. Just maybe not as much as usual. So please bear with me. I am loaded up on painkillers and other various medicines. So if I sound a little bit off, like I said, please once again bear with me. The Cosme link should be pinned to the top of the chat right about now. If you do not have your own physical copy of the movie, please feel free to follow along with us on Cosme. I of course hello everybody. I have my my Blu-ray copy right here, and my now chipmunk looking self right here. So I'm
Well,
gonna sit back, relax, and watch the movie with you guys.
okay.
Go ahead.
All right, folks. So follow us over to the screening room. That's this link right here. And we'll start the film, okay? And away we go. There we go. We just started it. Should be going underway right about now. Once again, I do apologize for the tardiness. I had to get some groceries.
Now, the thing to understand about Under Siege is this was not a movie written with Steven Seagal in mind. Uh, they had intended someone more along the lines of like either Harrison Ford or maybe even Richard Gere. However, I think casting Seagal works a little bit better because you're expecting him to kick ass and take names. Dreadnought was the original title, by the way. and that was Bernie Casey
Yeah, there's a lot of big
and
name actors in here.
Glenn Marshall. You might remember from 24. And if this actor looks familiar, we saw him a couple of weeks ago in The Hunt for Red October. It's Michael Weldon, who played Kamara. Raymond Cruz, of course, from Breaking Bad.
You can tell they didn't like each other already. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh. Now that is a childish move, wouldn't you say? That's striking an officer. Hey, Connie. Well, you weren't the only one that was late today. I was late too. How dare he?
Of course, you'll recognize him from The Fugitive as well. Well, if you're going to get someone to play Miss July 89, get Miss July 89. Simple. Actually, I think she was November 88, but hey. Man down.
This is another good film where Tommy Lee plays a good villain. I don't think those are motion pills. They're sleeping pills. He rubied her without having to ruby her. See, dirtbags were doing it long before.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
they technically they don't need her up to this point. You know?
Yeah. Go get my pies out of the oven. They're burning. That's stupid. He'll be fine. He's got a guard. Yes, get his pies out of the oven, damn it. Yeah, that's on you, Private.
And of course, call Meanie from Deep Space Nine. Hell on Wheels. And we're off. That was for being mean to that Richard Kimball feller.
Well, he should have turned that report in sooner. Do I look crazy to you? And he's wearing a dress and lipstick on.
Dahmer? Yes. Dahmer.
Not just of duty, but your life. Hey, old Cody guy. Good to see you, pal.
George Ki Chung, you might remember from Rambo 2.
One usually doesn't tend to get shot down by your own country.
And I think most of you will recognize the guys around this table. Welcome to the revolution.
For those following along at home, our timestamp is 39:50.
The president is always asleep in these things, you notice?
Yeah.
And hello, words and pictures.
Words and pictures. You weren't the only one that was late today. I was late myself. I was about 15 minutes late. We're only 41 minutes and 50, 52 seconds into the film. I remember Steven Skull in an interview saying that she really is a dumb blonde. She may have the looks back then, but she was truly a dumb blonde. Well, at least somebody got some uh, boobage. A bad one. You kind of left out the part. Oh yeah, and I was once a Navy SEAL. Oh, spoiler. Oops, my bad. She ain't gonna do it. Right back. Who knows how to make bombs? Yes, yes, Barry. You missed the boobs. The boobs, the blonde boobs from the cake. Yes, I agree with you, words and pictures. Hey, Kronos, good to see you, pal.
Yes, I'm afraid you did.
You missed her jumping out, showing her boobs, and Casey Ryback was the only one who got to see the boobs. They're nice boobs as far as boobs go. Maybe a little plastic. I don't know, but still, altogether, nice boobs.
Judo chop.
The best action sequences are yet to come in this film, so you haven't missed a whole lot of. It's okay. You're allowed to drill Kronos. We won't hold it against you. I mean, When one sees a good pair of boobs, one's got to think, got milk? Plus, they're nurturing. Yes, I know everybody. I'm being a toxic male, but hey, that's the fun of being a middle aged toxic male. I'm being me. Well, it does a body good, or so the campaign goes. Thanks, words.
And of course, Captain Garza is played by Dale Dye. I mean, you may have heard our friend Pop Culture Minefield mentioned many times. Also cook.
It's Ryback. It's Ryback. How dare you? No. Your status as an American has been revoked. Sorry. Please do not come again. There goes the helicopter. No chopper for you guys. She may be pretty, Kronos, but she's a dumb blonde. And I'm not. I don't have nothing against blondes. There are the occasional dumb blondes. Well, they did say he needed a psych evaluation.
Here we go. Surprise, motherfucker.
Ooh, damn! That was a good kill. Well, shit. There goes SEAL Team 6. 5. I said it exactly, words and pictures.
Okay.
Well, this is a special recipe, words. That must have hurt. That had to hurt. It's the blonde bombshell. In for the save. Indeed, Kronos, indeed. Our carnage count is now at 64. No, don't do that to poor Honolulu. Think of all those Hulu girls. That's too many boobies to be eliminated. Don't do it. 'Cause he's not an American? Maybe? I'll be alright, Kronos. But that is on my bucket list to get to Hawaii to see an actual hula wow with plenty of hula girls doing their dance. The game's afoot, as they say. This is probably one of my favorite parts of the film because actually get to see how these old guns on this old ship work. That's a lot of powder. Uh, they gonna make big bangs, you damn right they are. You don't know everything, Commander Krill. This is where, if you're on deck of a ship, you'd have head ear protection. He, in this case, did not. I mentioned that would probably make a person deaf, or damn near close to being deaf. Got him. Yes, Kronos. Well, it wasn't quite Red October, but the car phone.
Well, we can't have that, can we?
No, we sure can't. Hey, Lady Mist. Good to see you, Lady Mist.
It was easy. It's a hell of a knife fight here.
believe the U.S. Missouri is a living museum. And there you have Under Siege.
And if you follow along through the main credits, you will see some tidbits about the Missouri. All right.
Are we going to consult the scrolls?
We will consult the scrolls. And of course, by scrolls, I mean IMDb Pro. Under Siege was released October 9th, 1992. Budgeted at $35 million and grossed $157 million. And was nominated for 2 Academy Awards for sound and sound editing. Let me scroll down here momentarily.
You're welcome, Kronos, and everyone, and Lady Mist, Connie, Words and Pictures, Richard, Raider Rich, Cody Guy.
There were 5 main filming locations. Fairhope, Alabama. The Fairhope Airport hangar was converted into a studio for some of the indoor scenes. Mobile, Alabama. The actual USS Alabama, while it was in Mobile, Alabama. San Francisco Bay and Pearl Harbor. There are 65 trivia items that can be found on IMDb Pro. Obviously, we're not going to do all of them.
No.
And of course, there's the information that Missouri was decommissioned on March 31st of 1992. All right. Screenwriter J.F. Lawton, who wrote the original script, which was titled Dreadnought, wrote another script in 1995 titled High Roller. Described as Die Hard in a Casino. The script... Damn it. Hold on. The page jumped on me, folks. Give me a moment.
We do have a poll up, and you could put it up in your chat too, deleted. For next week, basically A or B for either Predator or Commando. Arnold Schwarzenegger film. And yes, I know Commando has that leftist person who we don't like anymore. The little young, what's her name from Who's the Boss? Yeah, that Milano chick. But she's not in it as much as Arnold. We've got 4 votes in. Looks like Predator's the winner so far. No votes for Commando.
All right, the poll should be up in my chat. Go to it, folks. All righty, let me get back to the trivia real quick here. Like I said, screenwriter J.F. Lawton wrote the original script, which was titled Dreadnought. Wrote another script in 1995 titled High Roller, described as Die Hard in a Casino. The script was about a mobster and his men who take over a casino in Las Vegas, kidnap the owner, and the mobster's ex-hitman has to join up with the casino owner's daughter and a down-on-his-luck gambler to save him and stop the mobsters. The script was sold to Savoy Pictures for $1 million, and they were working on turning it into a film starring Sylvester Stallone. But they disagreed with this $20 million contract to star in the film, so the entire project was canceled, and once Savoy Pictures went bankrupt, the script was never picked up again. One of the biggest problems the production crew faced was how to give the illusion that the USS Alabama, which was the USS Missouri in the movie, was in the middle of the Pacific Ocean when in fact it was docked in Mobile Bay in Mobile, Alabama. To do this, the production crew created a 100 feet long barge and a 60 feet high framework on the barge and hung a giant black cloth on the framework. The blacked out barge was moved around the Alabama as necessary to block out city buildings and lights. Erica Laniak, who plays Jordan Tate, Miss July 89, actually was Playboy Playmate for the month of July 89. Laniak was a cast member on the television series Baywatch, which has a lifeguard named Jordan Tate, who is played by Tracy Bingham. 9 of the actors in this film, including Tommy Lee Jones, returned a year later to appear in the film The Fugitive, also directed by Andrew Davis. At the time of its release, this movie was the highest-grossing movie not to have been pre-screened for critics. The events in the movie take place in mid to late December 1991. The opening scenes mentioned that the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor had taken place 50 years earlier on December 7th, 1941. In addition, President George Bush's real-life order to remove nuclear missiles from U.S. Navy surface ships was issued in 1991. Captain Garza states that Ryback led a SEAL team to take the airport in Panama and was the only survivor of the team. In one of the major blunders of the Panama invasion, SEAL Team 4 was sent to take the airport. In that mission, 4 SEALs were killed and 8 were wounded. Generally, Army Rangers take airports, but the Navy was unhappy with the amount of participation in the mission, so the SEALs were given the task. The issue of Playboy shown in the movie is also shown in Home Alone. Daniel Stern appeared in that film and later appeared in the movie Rookie of the Year with Gary Busey. Harrison Ford watched this film while he was deciding whether to take on the lead role in The Fugitive, which Andrew Davis had already set to direct. Ford was greatly impressed by Davis's work here and immediately accepted that role.
Oh, good.
This is one of only 3 movies with Steven Seagal to hold a fresh rating on Rotten Tomatoes. The other 2 are Executive Decision and Machete, though he only had very small roles in those 2 films.
Yeah.
Shortly after
Executive Decision was another one I was thinking of, but we'll save that for another time.
Okay.
Sorry, you can continue.
Ryback's. Sorry.
You can continue now.
Okay, go
Sorry.
ahead. Ryback's throwing knife was designed by famed custom knife maker Gil Hibben.
He
While
is
Rock,
an excellent knife maker. He
oh,
sells his knives. They're high end and they're of great quality. Trust me, I admire that Gil Hibben's knife blade work. He's made some really nice knives.
um,
Sorry, you
go
can
ahead.
continue.
No, that's fine. The character Jordan Tate makes a statement to Chief Ryback during a gunfight that is similar to a statement made about an actual Medal of Honor recipient. James Fenelon, a Native American Sioux, fought on Guadalcanal with Woodrow Wilson Keeble. He said of Keeble, who was another Sioux, the safest place to be was right next to Woody. Ayako Fujitani, the firstborn daughter of Steven Seagal, was present on the set the day of filming the on-deck helicopter explosion, but was not allowed to witness it due to assertions that it would be too dangerous. Years later, Fujitani and Seagal still joke about how upset it made her at the time. She wanted to see some action. She wanted to see something blow up. They wouldn't let her. All right. Let me.
Hello, Devil Flyer. Momentum. Good to see you, man.
Oh. The film is considered to be a Die Hard copycat, nicknamed Die Hard on a Battleship. Coincidentally, in both films, the villains carry variants of the Heckler & Koch P7 handgun. Hans Gruber uses an H&K. P7 M13 is a sidearm, while Stranix uses the original H&K P7 as his weapon of choice. Jones also used an original P7 while playing the role of Quint, a master thief in the film Black Moon Rising. Yeah, you know,
Yeah, I enjoy Seagal films too.
his movies are a mixed bag. There are some of the low budget ones that oh, my phone decided to speak. Hello, sorry about that, folks. Yeah, when it comes to the straight to video Seagal movies, some of them are fine. Most of them, you know. I thought his TV show was all right, but that's just me. All right, I'll do a couple of more here before we take off here.
Skynet is speaking.
Hello, delete his phone. Yeah. Yes, Cronus, Skynet is after us. The original title was Dreadnought, which was the actual name of the Royal Navy's HMS Dreadnought launched in 1906. The battleship was so advanced, its name became synonymous with the class of warships that followed it. Although Steven Seagal is the only actor on the poster, he's only in the movie for 41 minutes. Edited, Steven Seagal is the main star of the film using every other scene. They're just not long scenes. Okay. Steven Seagal doesn't have his signature ponytail in the film. The Navy doesn't allow hair to be longer than 4 inches. Andrew Davis set the war room up to resemble the one in Dr. Strangelove. Steven Seagal did some uncredited rewrites on the script, and was also set at one point to possibly co-direct. But of course, the studio's next time.
Lady me, you crack me up. sounds like Dreadnought sounds like monster porn. That's great.
Andrew Davis has said that the film is Robin Hood. It's hope for the little guy. The USS Alabama, the BB-60, Battleship Museum in Mobile, Alabama, was used as the USS Missouri. Yes, we know that. It says that more than once here. Sorry, folks. This was the final theatrical feature film for Patrick O'Neill, who played Captain Adams, ending a career of over 40 years. Ryback means fisher in Polish. Steven Seagal's mother's maiden name is Fisher. The line, "Bang, you're dead," said by Tommy Lee Jones, is also used by him as his final line in the motion picture sequel, The Mechanic: Resurrection. Okay. I'll do a couple of more here, and then we'll go on with the show. All right. JF
we
Lott
need a tiebreaker for the poll.
Oh, okay.
It's 50-50. Or that where we'll have to flip a coin.
J.F. Lawton's $1 million sale of his original Dreadnought spec script for Under Siege was also what got him several other high-paying writing jobs with other movie studios. One of those was in 1991 when he was hired by James Cameron to write a screenplay called Screaming Steel, which was based on an original story and treatment written by Cameron around 1981 or earlier. The first version of the screenplay written by Cameron's writing partner Randall Frakes, who also wrote the novelizations for the first two Terminator films. The story of Screaming Steel took place in a rundown future inside a walled-off Los Angeles full of rich elites with violent street gangs riding flying motorbikes and ruling the areas outside in what's left of destroyed streets. One of the teenagers inside the city, who's also the son of one of the top elites of it, meets and saves a female gang member from a brutal army-like police force, and they both have to escape out of the city. After she shows him how police and elites are killing hundreds of poor homeless people and forcing others to be their slaves, he agrees to join her gang, and after helping them battle other gangs and police, he fights his way to become their new leader, thanks to his intelligence with planning hit-and-run attacks with his skills riding flying motorbikes. And they declare war on L.A. and the police force. Sound familiar, folks? That's eventually the storyline for Avatar.
Yeah. Yep.
All right. A couple more here, real quick. J.F. Lawton's original 1990 spec script entitled Dreadnought was much darker, bloodier, and violent, but was also packed with more action sequences than the film. Some of the biggest differences between the spec script and the film include terrorists actually killing all of the people on the ship with gas or by shooting them. A female stripper character was originally working with Stranix and his team, and was just as bloodthirsty as the rest of them, even at one point enjoying shooting and killing dozens of sailors, but she gets killed in the ending action scene. Ryback was also an older character and a Vietnam veteran. There are And there were more background for him, which revealed how Stranix tricked and used his SEAL team to commit a robbery. And after everyone but Ryback were killed, Stranix offered Ryback half of the money. But Ryback shot Stranix in the gut and managed not to kill him. This is what got him kicked out of the SEALs, since Stranix was working for the CIA. The only other character who survives and helps Ryback throughout the script is the Marine Guard, Baker, who was guarding him while he was locked up. But in the movie, this character only has a couple of scenes before he's killed. There's also an entire part of the script where some of the Coast Guard ship is set up to go. Damn it! I am beginning to hate my phone.
Skynet's really hacking your phone, isn't it, today?
Okay. There was also an entire part in the script where a Coast Guard ship is set up to go near the battleship, and Stranix's men try to sink it, but Ryback and Baker stop them by blowing up all the weapons on it. The original ending was a huge action sequence where Ryback sets up a bomb which explodes, and as the battleship starts to sink, Ryback kills the rest of the terrorists, and after the knife fight with Stranix, cuts him almost in half. Yike. Then he and Baker, heavily wounded from all the injuries they got, escape as the battleship sinks and are saved by the same Coast Guard crew they saved earlier. Okay. So it was going to be a much crazier movie than the one we got. This one's much more grounded. Okay, folks, that's it. You can find the rest.
I believe we have a winner.
Okay.
The overall between both polls is the winner for next week is Predator.
All right. Okie dokie. Predator it is.
Yeah. With the late Carl Weathers. It's about time. Who plays Dutch. So many quotable lines from Predator. Yes, Kronos. Wow. We got a wing doodle of a picture for you on Western Cinema coming Sunday, where we don't have to use Cosme. We will be showing a public domain film starring John Wayne and O'Hara, something O'Hara. Maureen
O'Hara.
Maureen O'Hara. And McClintock. So, that's right. Public domain. If you miss it, you can always come back and watch it. If you miss it. So, we'll be there. We're happy and thrilled to be bringing you a public domain film. And then join us again next Thursday for Predator, as the poll was determined. We'll be doing karaoke again, after hours karaoke, come Saturday. Then Western Cinema. Maybe a few surprise streams here and there. You never can tell. What you got coming up there? Deleted scenes?
Well, hopefully I can get out tonight to see Dune Part 2.
Ooh,
and so I can have my review roundtable tomorrow night. We are going to have a show Saturday and Sunday. We are going to be talking about
That's
our
right.
10 best and worst of 2023. There will be no unscripted this weekend, but it will return next Sunday, March 10th, for a special 2-hour show. My Oscars, not so special, which will
Never
begin at
is.
7. Um, of course, also stay tuned this upcoming Monday for a mystery movie night at the Regal. Since Coroner and I
Ooh.
coming back to for that show, and of course next Tuesday at 8:30 on my channel, live from Sparkwood and 21, where we will be discussing episode 17 of Twin Peaks.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is there going to be a Wiccan update later tonight?
Hopefully.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure what time. Tentatively scheduled for 11:30, but we'll see. I might have to push that back to tomorrow night.
Okay. Well, alrighty then. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Once again, sorry for my tardiness. I got caught up at the grocery store and had to get all the groceries in, and that's what made me late. But I thank you, each and every one of you. It's a great thing to bring you guys these action films and westerns each and every week. Love to do it. My parting words, as normal: be excellent to each other, party on, and we'll be seeing you on the next one. Hey, Kettle Simple, good to see you, man.
Justin coming in at the end.
Now over to my compadre, deleted scenes.
All right. I would like to thank everyone who joined us on Bill's channel and on mine. And everyone who catches the replay, please remember at that point you would need your own copy in order to watch. We will return next week, same bat time, same bat channel for Predator.
Yes. 1987.
Mm-hmm. So, good night. Take care. Stay strong. Because this is how we win. So, from our second home office in Arizona and from HQ, enjoy the rest of your day.
Later, folks.